And people asked News Center 7 to help them. They told us the struggles they face with the Montgomery County Board of Developmental Disabilities cutting almost $9 million worth of services. And this evening, we do know that more than 60 people are out of a job.
And News Center 7's John Bedell live in Dayton this evening. John, for years, the board's talked about its money challenges, and these cuts are painful.
Yeah, they are, James and Cheryl. This is one of the DDS buildings where they provide services, but there are big changes on the way here. The board declared a fiscal emergency to start 2023, and now here we are with this move impacting thousands of people across our community, preschooler-age kids, high schoolers, adults, senior citizens with developmental disabilities, and their families. I talked to one mom who told me she gets emotional thinking about how some of these program cuts will impact her son.
I honestly was beside myself. I couldn't believe it, and I said, how is this going to be communicated to my child?
Debbie Robertson is the mother of a special needs adult son.
Adam was born with a congenital heart defect that affects 1 in 10,000 babies. And all of the health issues and learning issues and cognitive disability issues actually stem from that original heart issue.
Adam used Montgomery County's Board of Developmental Disabilities recreation program and their mental health services. But both programs are now going away. The same counselor he's been seeing since his dad, Nick DeSalvo, died in 2019 is one of the 62 people who learned she's losing her job as a part of the cuts.
That mental health service became our lifeline, not just his, but mine as well.
The board CEO called having to make the cuts devastating.
Knowing the impact on the families and those that we serve and support and our community, it's heart-wrenching.
I asked Dr. Pamela Combs why the cuts were needed.
It's because as our costs continue to increase, as costs do, our allocations and our funding has not increased with the same degree proportionally.
I also asked what she'd say to the thousands of families impacted by the moves.
That we are so sorry for the cuts, that we did not anticipate the need to reduce our budget by so much going into 2025.
Families like Debbie's.
And you are taking much needed services from one of our most vulnerable populations. I don't understand it.
Some cuts have already been made. Most are set to take effect January 1. The CEO told me they are working with some community partners to try to continue providing services they are cutting, but they still fear that some needs would go unmet. One more step the board is taking to try to get some cash. They are selling the Southview Center here in Dayton. They'll be moving out and consolidating into one building. That's the Northview Center in the Clayton area. We're live in Dayton tonight. I'm John Bedell, News Center 7.